Welcome back, everyone. It's John, Wade Boggs fan. It is Wednesday, March 31st, middle of the week. Hope everyone is having a good week. About 2 months ago, I did a video where I looked at some well-loved vintage cards that I have in my collection. We're not talking about star players, highly graded cards, but cards I picked up years and years ago. Most of them, the ones I showed off in my last video, probably from my local card shop. They were selling, groups of. I think I showed off some 59 to 67 Topps cards, and yeah, some of them are beat up. Some of them may have, have had good corners, but were off centered. There were some star players. I don't think there were any Hall of Famers in there, but I thought I would do another video, and this time look at cards I have from 1970. So I don't have any 68s or 69s, but 1970 through 1976. I think it's the 76 Topps traded cards. And I believe a lot of them I may have gotten from my older cousin. He didn't have many cards and he didn't have use of them, and I think he gave them to me. That's probably how I got these. Again, I don't think there's really any stars, but we'll take a look and see what I have. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll take a look at some of my well-loved, I guess you can call it, vintage cards from 1970 to 1976, and then we'll wrap it up with the answer to my previous video's trivia question. All right, going to start off with some 1971 Topps. Now, these I believe they may actually be in not too decent shape. I'm pretty sure these were ones that I picked up from my local card shop again years ago, probably as a lot, maybe in very good condition or something like that. So they're not too beat up. But let's take a look at the few 1970 cards I have. Start off with Joe Pepitone. We have some 70s rookie stars of the Padres. Here's one that's not so great. Jim Lefevre. Has a whole bunch of, looks like water stain or something on it. Gary Peters. Jerry Adair. Dow Maxville. Gail Hopkins. Don Bryant. Again, the corners aren't too bad. Some off centering. Felix Milan, All-Star from the Braves. Here's a pretty decent Vita Pinson. Yeah, that one's not too bad actually. Don't see much problems with that. Still don't think it's gradable, but that's a pretty nice card of Vita there. Hey, you got the checklist. Let's see if it's marked up. Nope. That's 1970 rookie stars of the Cubs, Randy Bob and Jim Cosman. Paul Edmondson. Bill Hands. Looks like it's a little mess cut there at the bottom, but George Scott. Tommy Sisk. Tom Chope, the Orioles. Looks like he was on a different team there. Looks like they blacked out whatever team he was on before. Let's see who he was with before the Yankees. So it looked like they wiped out the Yankees there. 70 Mets rookie stars of the Mets, Mike Jorgensen and Jesse Hudson. Here's an Al Ferreira. Paul Schall. Again, for someone who's maybe putting together a set that's, wants just like decent condition cards, these aren't too bad. George Brunette. Clayton Dalrymple. 69 World Series Game 4, Martin's bunt ends deadlock. We have a Brant Alea. Jose Azuc I'm not sure. AZCUE. Okay. Bill Lee of the Red Sox. There you go. Claude Raymond. Boy, look at those glasses that he played in. Now this one I can already feel. There's some, you can see it right there, some chipping on the edge right there. But Leo Cardenas, the Twins. Here's a rookie cup card of Jose LaBoy. Huh. Lou Krause. Jim Rooker. Ken Suarez of the Indians. Here's a Mets Show Muscle National League Playoff Game 2. 1969 against the Braves. Ray Fosse. Jim Hicks. Jerry McNertney. Catcher for the Pilots. Seattle Pilots. Phil Gagliano. I guess maybe that's how you pronounce it. Clay Carroll. George Stone. Frank Rieberger. Something like that, I guess. Juan Rios. Frank Lindsay. Pat Kelly. Gil Gurita. Shortstop. Mac Jones. Dave McNally. And Nate Holbert. Again, not too bad there for the 1970s that I have. Let's take a very quick look at 1971 tops because I have one. Now here is a beater. You got Darren Johnson, Phillies first base. Now look at that. Look at those creases. Now, if you think that's pretty bad and beat up, check out the back. You got a huge paper loss. You got, I don't know, wax stains. Have no idea how I came across this card. This may be one of the ones from my cousin. But good Lord, that's got some love to it right there. Man, maybe a couple bicycle spoke times around the block. Who knows? All right, on to quickly some 72s here. I'll just quickly go through these here. Don Hahn, Wes Parker. These again, I may have picked up from either my local card shop or maybe my cousin. Padres team card. Sparky Lyle. Bergmeyer. LaRon Lee. Ooh, got two of him. There you go. Ron Taylor. Look at that miscut. You can see the bottom of the next one up there. Roger Metzger. Mike McQueen. Grant Jackson. Milt Pappas. Check out that major crease there. Tommy Helms. Fred Norman. Ed Kranepool. Darrell Evans. Two Darrell Evans. This one's really off center. That one's a little bit better. Don Gullett. Jim Brewer. Steve Healy. Gary Gestant. Eddie Watt. Duffy Dyer. There you go. Ed Acosta. Marty Perez. Jim Fregosi. Here we got some pitching leaders. We got Mickey Lolich, Vita Blue, and Wilbur Wood. Look at that corner right there. Oh, man. I think that's folded over. Oh, anyway, it's so folded over I can't fold it back. But look at that corner. Woohoo, man. Vince Colbert, Steve Arlen, Mike Cuellar, Cesar Cedeno, Duke Sims, Ernie McNally, Rich Childs, Bud Harrelson. Oh, look at this Tommy Davis in action. Look at that miscut. Oh, man. Oh, that is nasty. On the back there, too. Interesting. Here we got 72 rookie stars of the Twins. Don Wilson. Joe Resenda. Bobby Valentine. Missing his shades and his mustache and stuff there. He was the manager of the Mets. Bob Tolan. And that's one group. And the next group here, Jerry Grote. Mike Lum. Jack Hyatt. John Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer. Joe Ferguson. Joe Decker. Bill Stoneman. I love just looking through these. You know, I don't know who these players are, but obviously they were good enough for the major leagues back in '72. And you know, who knows? I should look at some of the back of these to see what their careers were like. Mike Corkins, Luis Melendez, Jim Ray. Here's a Manny Mota, good player. Jim Beauchamp, Dennis Menke, Billy Grabarowitz, maybe? Ed Kirkpatrick, Ray Sadecki. Got a team card here, the Indians. Bob Locker, Doug Rader, Chuck Dobson, Alan Foster, Wayne Garrett, too. Wayne Garrett's. Gotta love it. Ted Sizemore, Fred Glading, Ed Spezio, Don Shaw. Is it me, or do a lot of these players look really old? I mean, I'm sure a lot of these are in their 20s and 30s, but I don't know. Maybe it's the photography or what. But they just seem so old. There's a checklist. Is that marked up? Oh, it's a clean checklist. Tom Phoebus, Ron Herbal. I mean, again, some of these look like these players they're all in their late 30s, early 40s, just the way they look. But I'm sure they're not. Al Downing, Tom Chope, Tom Hall. He looks like a younger player. Johnny Edwards, Larry Hissel, Willie Davis. Team card of the White Sox. Art Shamsky. There's an S-cut card. Ron Cook. Bill Hands. Sonny Jackson. Clay Carroll. Steve Renko. Ken Boswell. Joe Pepitone. Check out those sideburns. Danny Frisella. Johnny Jeter. Astros team card. Cesar Tovar. And the last one, Don Hahn. Now, 72 was the year I was born. So who knows? Maybe someday I will try to put a set of 72 tops together. Definitely wouldn't be doing it like my 78s, in which I'm looking for super, really nice commons. But here's a couple, very, very few 73s. Rico Petrocelli for the Red Sox. Tom Bergmeyer. Luis Tiant. Looks like it's, I'm not sure if that's a, yeah, there's a crease, couple creases in the card there. Steve Klein of the Yankees. Doug Griffin of the Red Sox. And a Buddy Bell Rookie Cup. All right, those are that's the extent of my 73s. So let's see. I don't have many 74s either. Again, beyond what I may be picking up in vintage or the few star cards that I may have. And for some reason, I think I have a bunch of Yankees in 74 here. So we got a Rick Dempsey, Sam McDowell, Horace Clark, George Medich. Don't know how I got all these Yankees. Duke Sims, and then a Philly, Greg Luzinski. Well, that one, somewhat beat up, but not bad. Jim Northrup, Dick Tidrow. Now there's a miscut. You can see the bottom of another card there. And finally, another Yankee, Lindy McDaniel. So again, I don't have too many 74s. Now I do have some 74 tops traded, just a couple. Again, more Yankees. Bill Sudeikis and Jim Mason. That's it. That's the extent of my 74 traded. Of course, 74 traded is not a large set. 75 tops. I have a few here. Here's the 58 most valuable players. Jackie Jensen, Ernie Banks. Then you got 53 MVPs with Al Rosen and Roy Campanella. Then got 52 of Bobby Shantz and Hank Bauer. I think that's Bauer. And Red Sox team card. And there's Bill Lee. So again, not many 75s in my collection, raw. 76, there's even less, which is why I'm able to blow by some of these years here. Now, Billy Williams, that one's not too bad. Dinged up corners, centering's just a little off. There's a Roy White of the Yankees and Ray Burris of the Cubs. Only 3. That's all I have. Then that was 76, and we'll wrap it up with 76 tops traded. Now, for whatever reason, again, I think these came from my cousin. He had a bunch of 76 tops traded. I don't know why, but here's a Dave Roberts and another Dave Roberts. Rogelio Moret. Jack Brohammer. Here's a Willie Randolph. Tommy Helms. I think actually that Willie Randolph may be the most valuable card, given the condition in this set. And of course, I just noticed when I turn the card over how it's miscut on the back or something. You got a gray section of the card there. So, oh well. Tommy Helms. Again, doesn't he look old? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Clay Kirby, Ray Fosse, Milt May, Mike Anderson, Pete Falcone. Just check out some of these pictures. Joe McIntosh, Ken Anderson, Morris Nettles, okay. Jim Crawford, Bill Singer, Ralph Garr. There's a Ken Brett, George Brett's brother. Mickey Lolich, I didn't know he pitched for the Mets. John Ellis. There's Bobby Bonds. This is probably another one right up there with the Willie Randolph. Bob Bailey. Bill Melton. Matt Dobson. Leon Roberts. Daryl Cheney. Ooh, look at that. Now that is some airbrushing going on right there. Tom House. Look at that tap there. Wow. Anyway, Clay Carroll, Mike Lum, Ken Wrights, George Medich, Larvell Banks, Rusty Staub. That's a nice one. Lee Lacy, Mickey Rivers, Jim Spencer, the Jim Cott. And here is the card. Look at that, Oscar Gamble. Look at that haircut. Ooh. I think that's a pretty famous card right there, just because that haircut. Wow. Ron Reed, Doug Rader. Here's a Dusty Baker. And I remember this one, Ed Figueroa. So there you are. Maybe not beaters. Some of them are definitely beaters. Some of them are, yeah, fairly decent cards from that I have from 1970 through 1976 in my collection. Again, nothing super fantastic, but I thought, it's always good to take a look at some cards that, may not be Hall of Famers or PSA graded or, you name it. It's always nice to go through your collection and just not necessarily in my case reminisce, because I don't remember too many players from 1976, say, because I was only 4 years old. But some other cards in your collection to go through and say, yeah, I remember that player. I remember that player. They may not have even been all stars, but you remember them playing. It's always good to reminisce. So let's finish this off. Hope you enjoyed the show there. And let's wrap it up with the answer to the trivia question. All right, the trivia question from my previous video was, who has the most seasons with 200 plus innings pitched and 200 plus strikeouts since the year 2000? A few of you commented with your answer, and I think the majority of you got it right. And the answer is Justin Verlander. He's had 9 such seasons of 200 plus strikeouts and 200 plus innings pitched. So that's all I have for you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.